What's up, y'all? Another video, another day, man. So we're gonna kick this one off like this. Uncomfortable conversations are necessary. They're necessary for growth. Uncomfortable situations are necessary. And a lot of times we don't look at them the right way and we don't look at them in a positive light because it's stuff that we do not want to go through. And who really likes discomfort? But it's just crazy how beneficial discomfort and uncomfortable situations are. Funny enough, I wanted to do a video on this for a while, and I've touched on this in other videos for sure, but at the moment I'm actually reading a book, the way of the Superior Man, and I'm on page like 100, and there was a few parts, a certain part in the book that stood out to me too, and he was talking about leaning into your discomfort, lean beyond discomfort. Basically he was just saying, like, you have to lean and push yourself a little bit harder when you're doing something if you really want to constantly get better. We understand that, right? Discomfort is always something that's going to be used to better you in the long run. Uncomfortable conversations are necessary because uncomfortable conversations are typically the ones that don't want to be had, but they need to be had. It sucks, bro, because it's like always that thing of like, oh, do I want to say this? Do I want to do this? Say this thing? Do I want to, like, it's that feeling of like, oh, I know I don't want to have to do this, but you know, if you don't do it, what could happen and like how you're gonna feel afterwards. Like, oh, I should have just did it. Like, oh, I should have just did it. I should have just did it. And now you gotta possibly live with that regret on your mind. And sometimes, honestly, thinking about that regret beforehand will push you towards making that uncomfortable conversation happen. So sometimes, like, you have to try and focus on, like, okay, what will happen if I don't say anything? How will I feel? How do I think I will feel if I don't say anything? And a lot of times that would be the catalyst to push you to go and have that uncomfortable conversation with your partner or whoever. It's definitely important when it comes to, like, with your partner, somebody you're in a relationship with, though. It's always important to address what needs to be addressed, things that's on your mind, you know, whether it comes to like setting a boundary, whatever the case may be, you know, whatever just needs to be said. Even with something that, like, is addressing about, like, you know, the way the things that your partner or you might be doing, like in terms of, like, in their own personal life. Like, let's say if somebody's drinking too much or something, you're like, damn, I don't really want to have to do this. Or, like, if, you know, your friend owes you money or something like that, you know, like, anything. Like, those conversations always suck, but it's like, bro, telling you, thinking about the outcome that will come if you don't have this conversation is a lot of times the thing that will push you to be like, you know what, nah, I gotta do it. And sometimes you gotta look at it like, you're not doing it because you want to, you're doing it because you have to. Like, I don't even want to do this, but I guess I got to. Like, it's like it forces you to do it because you kind of detach emotion from it. You kind of detach your emotion away from it, so it makes you just look at it as almost like business. Like, I have to do this. It's not that I want to do this. It's that if I don't do this, I know what's gonna happen if I don't. So it's like, nah, this needs to be done. Basically, like, that's the thing that's gonna help you a lot. In my past relationship, like, a lot of times there was, you know, with my ex, she would like to avoid uncomfortable conversations and like to, like, get off the phone or stop talking or distance herself and be avoiding whenever an uncomfortable conversation would come around. But it's like, that's not resolved. That's not resolved, bro. And I think that leads to karma coming back around and, like, a certain energy not being handled that it, I just believe heavily in energy, and I believe that if you don't resolve a certain issue, you will see the karma or the after effects of that issue not being handled. I said in other videos where it's like running from this conversation or running from this thing does not fix it. You can't just ignore it and hope that it's gonna go away. Like, no, talk about it, handle it. Like, it might suck, you might not want to hear it, but being an avoidant to it or acting like you don't hear it or, like, playing blind to it is not gonna fix it. Like, and that's just not gonna help you in the long run. You just gotta face it. And then also you leave the other person hanging that's probably trying to talk to you and trying to sit there and understand you or trying to have this conversation with you when they don't even have to. They could not say anything. But if they don't say anything, and then now you're seeing their energy change, and while they're acting a certain way because they know how you are, they don't want to have this conversation with you. Now they're acting different. Now you're like, why are they acting like this? Why are they moving like this? Like, what's wrong? But they know they can't even talk to you about the thing that they want to talk to you about. And that's why it's so good to have a safe space, like to have a relationship and a space to talk about important things and uncomfortable things with the person that you are around or with in a friendship, relationship, whoever, you know. Discomfort becomes our discomfort is the catalyst for change. It's the catalyst for evolution, for growth. It's what's necessary. And the sooner you realize that, the better it would be. So like, it's like, I feel like if you're willing to run away from an uncomfortable conversation, you're willing to run away from truth. You're willing to run away from change. And like, how do you build with someone like that? How? You can't. It's pointless. And it makes me think, if you can't change for you, I know you're not gonna change for me. Like, especially the conversations about something that could better you, like better the person. Like, not just, oh yeah, change, stop doing this so it could be better for me. Like, no, this might be something that I'm noticing that you're doing that we need to talk about. Like, yo, and I want to address this. Like, I feel like this is a toxic behavior. This is that, and you want to just, you know, I don't like conversations like this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel like this. It's like, but life is uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable. You're gonna get thrown in uncomfortable situations. You can't just run away and take flight the moment a situation comes around that does not fit what you want, like, or present itself in the way that you want, because then life is just going to force more uncomfortable situations to you to make you change and adapt. At least that's what I've seen in my life. We need to find more pleasure in the uncomfortable and make the uncomfortable the comfortable. Everything can't be sugar-coated. Something's got to be bitter. It's a fact of life. It's like coffee. Coffee a lot of times is not sugar-coated. It's not sweet. It's bitter. But people still love it, and it still wakes you up. It still opens your eyes. It still wakes you up. You feel me? It's still a thing that you need in the morning to wake you up and really get you in the right gear and get you going and like, damn, okay, come on, I'm ready to work now. Like, I'm ready to, because it gives you what you need. It ain't gonna taste the best to some people, but then you learn to love it. It's an acquired taste. Just like discomfort. Let discomfort be an acquired taste. That's fire. I kind of ate with that. But yeah, I'm going to end it on that note, man. I hope y'all have uncomfortable conversations. Oh, also, uncomfortable conversations with yourself is very important. Being able to look in the mirror and be like, yo, I need to change this about myself. I need to change this. It's not always about another person. A lot of times it goes within too. Start doing the things that you need to do and handle the things that you need to be done. Like, yo, I need to do this. It's gonna suck. I know I don't really want to do it, but I need to do it because I know it's gonna better me. I hope y'all do it. See y'all in the next one, man.